Hello again from my front porch. I am here in Alachua, Florida with my son-in-law Josh and my daughter Ashley and my first grandbaby, Elliana Victoria Moon. And she is absolutely gorgeous. See, look at her. Isn't she gorgeous? Now, she is at this point about 3 weeks old, right?
Yes.
Coming up on 3 weeks old.
18 days.
18 days. What was her actual birthday?
2/22/22.
Yeah, that should be easy to remember.
I wonder
even
what
for
her
me.
favorite number will be.
Yeah, 4. But she was born that day, and she's gorgeous. When I first saw the first pictures of her, I thought she's a huge-looking baby. She has big, chubby cheeks and these massive, big dimples, in which are so cute and adorable. But now I'm looking at her, and she seems so tiny and so small and so petite. But that's kind of like her mom. So.
For now.
But it wasn't necessarily just an easy breezy sort of delivery thing. So Ashley, what was delivery without all the gory details? What was the challenges that you had with Ellie?
Well, we ended up inducing just after 41 weeks. And I was in labor for just over 30 hours.
Wow.
And then we did an emergency C-section.
Fun times. But the emergency C-section was done because she was a large baby. She was 8 pounds 9 ounces.
21 inches long.
And that's a pretty large baby for a fairly petite mommy. And so they go for the emergency C-section, not emergency, just regular C-section. And in doing so, they discovered that her umbilical cord was wrapped around her neck a couple of times.
Yes.
So turns out the C-section was a good thing, a big blessing to have done that. And so whew, and she comes out, she's so beautiful, she's so precious, especially when she's asleep. Now, I know where her middle name comes from. Victoria comes from Ashley's younger sister, who passed away after 4 days. And I think it's a beautiful tribute to her, a beautiful salute to her memory. But talk about her first name.
So we actually decided on her nickname, Ellie, before we decided on her actual name. And so we started looking up names that could be, like, that Ellie could be derived from. And we came across the name Elliana. And it sounded wonderful with the name Victoria. But we were really wanting to choose names that had strong meanings, either to us with significance or so Elliana in Hebrew means my God has answered, and in Greek it means ray of light or sunshine. Victoria means my victory. So we weren't telling anyone her name, but everyone wanted something to call her, and we couldn't do Baby Moon because his brother was also expecting a baby girl around the same time.
So they were also going to have Baby Moon.
Yeah. So we told everyone, well, if you need something to call her Sunshine. And they all thought it was a silly nickname, and then we told them her name and its meaning, and
it actually means sunshine.
We were kind of shady, sneaky.
Sneaky, very sneaky, sly with that one.
And then for my birthday in December, Josh had given me a necklace that has the sun and moon on it, and I wore it pretty much every day. And what no one knew was on the backside was her initials, EVM. So
excellent.
We were a little bit sneaky.
So now you mentioned that Thomas and Kayla also had a baby.
Yes, Amelia Faith Moon.
Amelia Faith Moon. And Amelia is how much older?
Almost 3 weeks.
So they're really close in age. They're going to be growing up together.
Oh yeah. And they call her Millie as her nickname. So we've got Millie and Ellie Moon. And I will not be at all surprised when they go to school or camp if they try to convince people that they're twins.
Well, you know, I remember when my baby brother Zach, Zine, as he goes by now, you know, he was just a year and a couple of months older than Ashley. And so when they would go to camp, everybody, nobody would accept that he was her uncle.
Yeah,
that
I got yelled at for PDA when I hugged him.
Because you're supposed to keep away from other campers.
And all the girls in my cabin had crushes on him, and it was weird.
And you're like, ew, that's my uncle.
They were like, could you put in a good word for me? And I was like,
No. But speaking of him, we've had a lot of babies in our extended family. And it started actually with my brother Zine and his wife. They had a baby, little boy Jack. Who they had 4 months ago, maybe?
I think it was October.
Okay, so maybe even longer than that.
It was in the fall.
Okay, because they did bring him up for Thanksgiving in November, so I know he's around that. But so he started it, and then my niece Megan and her fiance had a baby. They were in California. They're moving here to Florida because he's in the military, being transferred. They'll be near you in Jacksonville. So you're going to be able to get together.
And her little girl is named Rosie.
And it's appropriate because, you know, I got thinking that her fiance is in the Navy, so they have their little Rosie the Riveter.
Oh yeah.
But there is a cute little picture that I think my sister Tony made. But the Titanic one, did you see that one?
Yeah, Jack and Rose.
Yeah, where they had Jack and Rose in the Titanic. Nobody really had thought about that with the names of the kids. But anyway, so then there's your baby. There's Thomas and Kayla's baby, and then also Megan has a sister Abby who also had a baby.
A boy named Rowdy.
So out of all that, only 2 boys. But that's okay because the little girls are just precious.
Also, I don't know if you know this, his cousin Jameson.
Oh, really?
Is expecting in...
Hey, Jameson likes watching Front Porch. Good on you, Jameson. All right.
June, and they are expecting a girl. And my best friend Tiffany, back in Iowa, is expecting in May, I believe, a boy.
Awesome.
Lots of babies.
Lots of babies.
It is baby booming season. It's hard to get appointments.
Yeah, it was hard for her to get in actually to do the delivery because every time they'd say come in on this day, call before you come in. They'd say, oh, we don't have any beds. We don't have any places for delivery rooms.
We were on a wait list calling for 3 days, and then they ended up having us come in. It was a Monday morning, and they said come in at 3 a.m.
3 a.m.
They called us in the middle of the night and said, if you want to come, you can at 3 a.m.
And at that point, you were nearly a week past your due date.
I was just over a week.
Yeah. So, yeah, she was ready to go in at 3 a.m.
Yeah.
All right. So now, Josh, how you liking being a daddy?
It's wonderful.
He's a great dad.
Yeah. In the time that I've been here now visiting them, I can see he's an awesome dad. Although we have discovered that he apparently has an unfortunate impact on her. That when he holds her, she.
We don't have to tell everyone. She just feels comfortable.
She feels very,
him.
very, very, very comfortable with him. Yes. We'll keep some of her lady secrets private.
Special mom or daughter dad.
Bonding opportunities. All right. Now it's my turn to try to hold her. Let's see if I can. Oh. Shh. Oh. Got him?
I kind of unswaddled her.
Unswaddled a bit. Because, you know, I have to try to hold her. Hopefully she won't get too upset with this. But look at that. Just look at how precious she is. There she is. Oh, Elliana Victoria Moon. Say hello to the world. Right there.
Hello, world.
Hi. Let's get you a little closer. Oh, isn't she just adorable? The cutest baby ever. Actually, she looks a lot like her mom. I used to think her mom was the cutest baby ever. But then along comes Ellie. You know, I'm going to have to replace her. But really, she does look a lot like her mom. Now, granted, I say that without having ever seen Josh as a baby, so I don't have a comparison. But I did see a lot of Ashley as a baby, and I can tell you, this one looks a lot like Ashley. Yes, you do. Precious little bundle of joy. And she is literally the sun and the moon.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, especially to her parents.
Yeah.
So I think you two did very good.
Thank you.
Yeah. and she's going to be raised in a very wonderful, loving home, and she's going to grow up to be a wonderful young lady because she can't help it. Look at her parents. All right, so with that, before she gets tired of this and starts getting crabby and it ruins the whole video, I'll let you go, and I'm going to enjoy some more cuddling time with my granddaughter. One proud grandpappy right here. All right, love you. Oh, and you guys too. And with that, I'll see you next time from my front porch.